Last night I dreamt of flying over hillsides in the snow. Drove down through the clouds to the valley there below. The fields turned into parking lots, my freedom turned to grass. The ground rose up to greet me, and I jumped up out of bed. Well, you can fly, 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 or to anywhere you choose. You can try, 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 but eventually you lose. It seems there's always something.
I've been out of town for about the last 12 days. I took a trip into the Midwest to go see buildings and trains and other things. It is such a pleasure to be here in this town with you. This is home. It's home for me, it's home for you. It is so important that our hometown have things that we feel strongly about, that we know that we can rely on. And one of the things that we can rely on in this town is this place and the musicians who come here to give their all for you. And that's all I'm going to say. Bret Alexander is here tonight. Welcome, Bret.
Thanks. I've done this many times. I'm kind of like always a bridesmaid, never a bride. You know, I'm here with Eddie Randazzo or somebody, playing with someone. So this is my solo debut. So I'm gonna play a bunch of songs of my own, and I'm gonna tell some tall tales. Took a ride on through the mountains to the edge of my hometown. Made me feel just like an angel looking down. All the places I remember, all the people still the same. All the things I ran away from that remain, remain. Oh, my life is like a drive back home. Can't you hear me singing? Can't you hear me singing? Oh, my life is like a drive back home. Leaves are falling in the graveyard where my grandmother's body lies, and I swear I heard her singing as she cried, cried, cried. Oh, my life is like a drive back home. Can't you hear me singing? Can't you hear me singing? Oh, my life is like a drive back home. And I know why there ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. They say nothing lasts forever, yeah. They say that all will be everything, but I say that it's sure as the thunder. Love is rain, rain, rain. thinks I'm torn, but I'm still my mother's child, my father's son, son, son. Oh, my life is like a drive back home. Can't you hear me singing? Can't you hear me singing? Oh, my life is like a drive back home. And I know why. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There we go. Thank you. This is a song called Drive Back Home. I open most of my shows with that song when I'm playing my catalog of stuff anyhow. Yeah, this next one is a song called simply Life is Beautiful. It was a song that I wrote. I had a good musician friend, a good friend of mine was passing away. I mean, he was dying from cancer, and I wanted to have him playing on a song, you know, for me while he was in the hospital, but he ended up passing away before I got to have him play on the song. I was simultaneously, we were making a record for my band, the Badleys, and we were making a record, and I was on this swing of like I had to hand in 5 songs to them every week, right? And they would, you know, yay, nay. So, and that just is the discipline of having a deadline, you know, to getting things done. So one week I had no intentions of this particular song being released or recorded or anything done with it. I just wrote it for my pal, and as it turned out, I sent it. I had 4 songs one week, so I'd like, I'll throw that one in, right? So I threw it in, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's it. That's going on the record." You know, that's a keeper. You know, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. So that's a good thing about being in a band. You know, sometimes not only, you know, like it sucks being in a band. You know, bands are horrible organisms. You know, with like just horrible people that make this beautiful music. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a horrible idea. but it is good, you know, to have somebody to sound as a sounding board, because sometimes you'll write something and you'll go, nah, you know, and throw it away or whatever, and sometimes they'll pull you back and stop you. There's a famous story about John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney was playing him "Let It Be," right? And there's the one section of the song where he goes, "Well, the movement you need is on your shoulders," right? And Paul McCartney said, "Well, that's just a dummy line. I'll be changing that." And John Lennon said, "You will do no such thing. You know, that's staying." And, you know, the rest is history. You know, it's one of the best lines in the song, you know. So anyhow, this was one that was going to be in the can, but this is also my mother's favorite song I've written. So and this is called "Life is Beautiful." Here we go. You wonder why I smile, the whole I feel is pain. You wonder why I laugh, all it does is rain down on me, down on me. I say life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful to me. I played my songs for money. I played my songs for free. Truth be told about it, it only mattered much to me. Either way, either way. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. And I just want to play. The sky is getting dark, it's getting hard to see. The moon is shining down on you and me. And I say, I say, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful today. Life is beautiful today. Life is beautiful. Thank you. I was talking to Soundman BJ there before I started here tonight. We were talking about the pandemic and all the ill effects on musicians that had. And this is one I wrote during the pandemic. I always call this is my pandemic love song. So it's called 10-Ton Heart. She said, say what you want to say. We're locked in here anyway. She said, do what you want to do. There's no one here stopping you. And I'm waiting. I got a 10-ton on your chest. All you do is carry it around. Looking for the perfect place, I guess, just to put it down. You got a 10-ton on your chest. No matter what you're trying to sell, I know you too well. I said, how do you overcome your means of survival? She laughed and she said, which one you can do without wanting to? And I'm waiting. I got a 10-ton on my chest. All I do is carry it around. Looking for the perfect place, I guess, just don't put it down. I got a 10-ton on my chest. No matter what I'm trying to sell, she knows me too well. I'm lying through my teeth, but only to myself. And all the words beneath are drinking to my hell. And I'm waiting. I got a 10-ton on my chest. All I do is carry it around. Looking for the perfect place, I guess. just to put it down. I got a tent on my chest. No matter what I'm trying to sell, she knows me too well. 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 Yeah. Tent on Heart. Thank you. I'm going to play. This is another Badley song. I mentioned the Badleys. This was one of our bigger singles that we had back in the day. It's a song called Angeline's Coming Home. And I co-wrote this song with a friend of mine, Mike Nedock. Mike's from Hazelton, PA. And Hazeltucky, yeah, as I call it. And we used to write songs. He worked at a radio station called WAZL, and we went up in the top of this bank, you know, with really bad coffee and this filing cabinet of lyrics that he had, and we'd sit there and we'd work songs out. And this is you know, one of our more successful ventures. But the funny part, the story with this song is that there's a line in it that says the bathtub virgins in the midnight air. And we kind of like, this was like our first big single when we got a record deal. So our label was West Coast based. And what a bathtub virgin is, I'm getting to the point here. A bathtub virgin is like all the Catholic families up in Northeast PA put a Virgin Mary, and then they cut a bathtub in half, right? Yeah? And then they make it like a little amphitheater. So that's a bathtub virgin. Los Angeles did not get the concept of this at all. And we wanted to base our whole video on it. We're like, no, they got this bathtub and they put it, you know, and no. So that was the funny story about that. Then they said they just got a couple movie stars and we called it a day. Much younger version of me on YouTube if you look it up. Angeline's Coming Home. Parents' house exudes a reborn air. The bathtub virgins in the midnight air seem to smile in celebration, one in intercession. All inertia washed away. Resplendent in dignity. Angeline is coming home. Resplendent in dignity. Angeline is coming home. Fantasized her clean and home again. The quintessential reverie free of pain. Just to keep on going crazy while the cracks are blamed her. How the fantasy sustains. Resplendent in dignity. Angeline is coming home. Resplendent in dignity. Angeline is coming home. The beautiful acquaintance I desired has inspired me to levels unforeseen. True admiration for someone who's made it back from the hell she was in. The hell she was in. I see you, what's it when I do? Do I let fantasize that deals come through? Do you laugh at my hyperbole that would send me nice to have a home and home? Each when it's in dignity, Angeline is coming home. Each when it's in dignity, Angeline is coming home. Each when it's in dignity, Angeline is coming home. Each when it's in dignity, Angeline is coming. Angeline is coming. Angeline is coming home. She's coming home. She's coming home. She's coming home. There we go. Angeline's coming home. For all those bathtub virgins out there. Yeah. Pencil talkie. Yeah. All right. I know Oren's a big train guy, so several years ago I was writing a lot of songs, and I, you know, every musician has at least one train song. You know, everybody has to have one. So this is mine. I wrote it late in life, but simply that train. Now, here we go. Here we go. The traffic is on style, locomotive is passing through. I can see it's carrying something, but it ain't for me or you, because that train, oh, I'm here to tell you, that train, it don't stop here anymore. My dream, she up and left me so many years ago. I ain't saying I'm still waiting, but these things they die so slow, because that train, I'm here to tell you, that train, yeah, I'm here to tell you, that train, it don't stop here anymore. Oh, a dream is like a hobo that's holding up on time. Give it a ride, it steals your wallet and heads on down the line. Oh, the whistle is a blowing, I can hear the engineer. Seems everyone is going somewhere else but here, because that train, I'm here to tell you, that train, yeah, I'm here to tell you, that train, it don't stop here anymore. I'm going station and I'm gonna hitch a ride. If I ever pass this way again, I'll be waving from inside, because that train, oh, I'm here to tell you, that train, yeah, I'm here to tell you, that train, it don't stop here anymore. There we go, that train. Thank you. There's my train song. My buddy Tom, that I write songs with, he probably has 40 such train songs. I have one.
It's a damn good one.
Thank you. I like it. All right. All right, here we go. Little mandolin. Any luck here? Once again, thanks to Oren and BJ. BJ runs sound back there. Oren, for having me here today. Always enjoy coming here. I'm usually here with Eddie Randazzo. Was here with Nike one time, but always enjoy coming in here and playing a set of my own stuff. You know, well, in their case, I was playing their music, but I'd worked on it. But tonight, I'm playing all my own things. This song was the last song on the last Badleys record, which is in 2020, almost 2023, 2022, and this was one of those songs where it was like I had the drummer coming into the studio that day. He said, well, you got a tune for us? And I'm like, yeah, I got a tune. And I had no song whatsoever. And so I'm sitting there on my kitchen counter, you know, with my mandolin and playing and write, you know. And this is the one I came up with, and sometimes under pressure, you get things that you really like, you know, I mean, you really do. So this was kind of written to be an end of the night song, but I'm gonna play it right in the middle. So this is kind of an epilogue. This one's called My Friends. Here we go. Say that in the end, it comes down to your friends. How many you have left when the day is done? Yeah, the day ain't gone tomorrow, but not another minute can you borrow. So rage on, rage on, rage on, oh my friends. Oh, here we are at closing time, my dearest friends. Soon you'll go your way, and I'll go mine, till we meet again. In the rain may fall and the wind may blow, time will put us to the test. You're the best thing that I've ever known. And when things are at their worst, or when you are at your best, then there's no question that these are troubled times. Some days I don't know what to do. It's good guys and bad guys, and it's getting pretty hard to tell who is who. Oh, and they say that in the end, it comes down to your friends. How many you have left when the day is done? Yeah, the day ain't gone tomorrow, but not another minute can you borrow. So rage on, rage on, rage on, oh my friend. Oh, gravity, yeah, seems to me ain't here to bring us down. Makes us choose so carefully. you wanna be around. Well, the rain may fall and the winds may blow. Time will put us to the test. You're the best thing that I've ever known. And when things are at their worst, it's when you are at your best. And there's no question that these are troubled times. Some days I don't know what to do. There's good guys and bad guys, and it's getting pretty hard to tell who is who. Oh, here we are, closing time, my dearest friends. Soon you'll go your way, I'll go mine, till we meet again. Oh, and they say that in the end, it comes down to your friends. And how many you have left when the day is done? To raise your glass and take a drink. It's later than you think. So rage on, rage on, rage on. Oh, my friends. Yeah, my friends. My friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Get plugged in here. As Neil Young always says, we tune because we care. This is a fairly serious song, but I'm gonna tell a little story up front about this. I did a solo record many years ago, and I was kind of doing the songs for a movie. There was a movie that the songs were going to, and that actually didn't happen. But that's not the story. I screw this particular story. I screw up. So if I mess it up, I apologize for wasting your time. But a friend of mine, I made this record in probably 2003. So it was a long time ago, and back at that time, everybody's buying CDs, right? So we had boxes and boxes of CDs. So one day, a friend of mine calls. And he says, Brad, he goes, I found a whole huge box of your CDs at the Salvation Army. And he said, and I bought them. I bought all of them. And I said, well, why are you telling me this? And he was like, well, you want them? Do you want them? And I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, what do you want for them? So I'm going to buy my own CDs back, right? So he said, well, just give me what I paid for them. They were 99 cents a piece, and however many they were, right? So I bought my CDs again. But then I got myself in the head of like, okay, well, who took these CDs to the Sally? Like, who had like a huge box of my CDs and took them to the Salvation Army so they would be on a rack for 99 cents, right? So I'm like, well, who would do that? Okay, well, I'm going through, like, our drummer lived in the area, and I said, well, he would have just called me. He wouldn't have done that. And I thought, well, maybe the record store. And I'm like, well, the record store would have either sold them or threw them away or gave me a call and told me to come get them, right, if they couldn't sell them. So then I got my head on, I had a falling out recently with a manager. You know, we had a manager that used to manage the band, and the band, we parted ways, right? So I got myself all pissed off that this manager took all these CDs down to the Salvation Army, you know, and gave them to the Sally rather than give them back to me, you know, just to be spiteful. And I was like really pissed off, and I'm like, that son of a bitch, I'm gonna go find him, you know, and I'm gonna, you know, he's the only person that would have that many CDs of mine. And so I met up with my buddy, and I bought the, you know, I bought the CDs back, and I had to play that night, right? So I came in with all my CDs, and I had to play that night, and I have like a merch bag that I would take out with me to gigs, right, with CDs, back when CDs actually weren't coasters, you know. So anyway, but so I said, you know, I was like, so I'm looking for my merch bag, my little box or bag of merch that I take to my gigs, and I said to my wife, I said, I can't find it. Like, where's my merch bag at, right? She said, oh, it's over there next to that stuff that I told you to take to the Sally. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't call my manager up. So those little 99 cent with the 99 cent label on them, they sold like hotcakes when I told this story. Everybody wanted one of them, but I'm sold out. So I bought the record twice. Anyway, this is a song. This is the opening track of that album. This is called "I Want to Win in This World." Actually, a fairly sad song. So I have a funny story. If you wanna go to heaven, you gotta follow the rules. Show love to your neighbor and try and lay off the booze. Beg for forgiveness and turn the other cheek. Wait for redemption with the rest of the meek. And this all works in your favor in that heavenly review. I want to win in this world too. The path of the wicked is littered with gold and paved with excuses and perfume, I'm told, from holy fountains. It rains Tanqueray that makes you forget all the prayers that you say. In each intersection, a good man's passing through, and he wants to win in this world too. For strength I will pray, give praise to God's glory. For my new Chevrolet, wanna walk into Zion in new wingtip shoes. Yeah, I wanna win this world too. Jesus Christ became the Savior, but first he had to lose. I want to win in this world. I want to win in this world. I want to win in this world too. There we go. I want to win this world. Thank you. All right, this is a song I named after my grandma. This is called Gwendolyn. Picture, gonna put it in a frame. Oh, I can show you how I'm feeling without having to explain. You can hang it from your seat and you're safe and happy home. Come to understand it, you know you're not alone. Once upon a time, we could speak our mind. Now I don't believe you, Gwendolyn. I don't believe you're all that strong. I don't believe you know the dangers of this road you're traveling on. You're always asking questions that you know the answers to. So tell me please, what do you want from me? I wanna write a song, gonna tell it like it is. If you recognize yourself, I know you're going to be pissed. If you got me on it, I'll deny you through and through. Just like Woody Allen would if he were in my shoes. Yeah. Once upon a time, we could speak our mind. Now I don't believe you, Gwendolyn. I don't believe you're all that strong. I don't believe you know the dangers of this road you're traveling on. You're always asking questions that you know the answers to. So tell me please, what do you want from me? To myself, Cecilia, wherever you and yours can go to hell. Put it in my pocket so when this all comes crashing down, I have a way to show you how long I've been wearing down. Once upon a time, we could speak our mind. Now I don't believe you, Gwendolyn. I don't believe you're all that strong. I don't believe you know the dangers of this road you're traveling on. You're always asking questions that you know the answers to. So tell me please, what do you want from me? Oh, I don't believe you, Gwendolyn. I don't believe you're all that strong. I don't believe you know the dangers of this road you're traveling on. You're always asking questions that you know the answers to. So tell me please, what do you want from me? Oh, tell me please, what do you want from me? There we go. Gwendolyn, thank you. Appreciate it. All right. No set list. Making this up as I go. Let's see here. I just made this one up. No story. Robin Hood, he went a thieving across the countryside. If you were rich and greedy, he'd rob you till you cried. Or some say he shot the sheriff. Oh, and he shot the deputy too, no. Didn't protest or whine or sue. He was a vigilante for the golden rule. I wanna get me an El Camino, a bulldog I can train. I wanna hunt me down some robber barons and kick ass and take names. Oh, ever since I was a young boy, that's what I wanted to do. Now being an investigator might be cool. I'd rather be a vigilante for the golden rule. King Solomon was a merry old soul with a big old belly laugh. If you didn't stop your bitching, it saw your kids in half. Or some say that's just a legend. Oh, but I believe it's true. King Solomon wouldn't take no shit from you. He was a vigilante for the golden rule. I wanna get me an El Camino, a bulldog I can train. I wanna hunt me down some derelicts and kick ass and take names. Oh, ever since I was a young boy, that's what I wanted to do. Being a president might be cool. I'd rather be a vigilante for the golden rule. Thus ends the chase scene. There we go. Jesus was a badass. He put the money changers to shame. Now if you got $20, you get a t-shirt with his name from some guy on the TV wearing $300 shoes. No. Oh, but Mary and Joseph didn't raise no fool. He was a vigilante for the golden rule. I wanna get me an El Camino, a bulldog I can train. I wanna hunt me down some hypocrites and kick ass and take names. Oh, ever since I was a young boy, that's what I wanted to do. Now being an evangelist may be cool. I'd rather be a vigilante for the golden rule. I'd rather be a vigilante for the golden rule. I'd rather be a vigilante for the golden rule. There we go, vigilante for the golden rule. Thank you. Like, no one ever laughs at that song, The Kids in Half line. You guys laughed. It's like, this is an audience above average intelligence I'm playing to tonight. So I'm kind of enjoying that. I'm like, wow, they got it, all right. Okay. All right, I don't know how to follow that. Well, I sold my prized possession on inauguration day, like a funeral procession, listening to promises of change. And I have my aspirations, how to make our world shiny and new. And I wake up next to you each morning, and I don't even tell them to you. I feel like a poet locked in a tower, composing a song for the king, pouring my heart out on white linen paper for some other person to sing. Heading down to the filling station, need a man gonna pay me what I'm owed. He don't roll up his end to the bargain, I'll be walking home. Feel like a poet locked in a town, composing a song for the king, pouring my heart out on white linen paper for some other person to sing. Television glows behind me, with local heroes coming home. I stare out at a room that's empty and play my Epiphone. And my aspirations, how to make our world shiny and new. I wake up next to you each morning, and I don't even tell them to you. I feel like a poet locked in a town, composing a song for the king, pour my heart out on white linen paper for some other person to sing. I feel like a poet locked in a town, composing a song for the king, pour my heart out on white linen paper for some other person to sing. For some other person to sing. For some other person to sing. Oh, some other person to sing. Oh, with some other person to sing. There we go. It's called Poet. Thank you. Thanks again for coming. Appreciate it. This is any opportunity for a songwriter to step and play his own stuff and have no one out in the audience having the option to go get a beer. This is good news. The alcohol helps, but if not if they leave to get it. All right. This is called Don't Let Me Hide. Here we go. The big man ain't so big no more. It's cut up on the basement floor. There's worldly goods around his feet. Lost his mind crying to keep. The more you gain, the more you pray. Nobody comes to take it all away. But you're all there and I'm down here with just the stairs between our fears. Walls made of foolish pride. Don't let me hide. 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 Once I walked a troubled road. You could save me for some more, but in its soul, some joy contains an initiation of pain. The more you build, the more you pray. Behind to stand what you have made. But you're all there and I'm down here with just the stairs between our tears and walls we can see behind. Don't let me hide. 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 Yeah, yeah. Don't let me hide. The more you live, the more you're sure. It's Some things are worth losing for. But you're up there and I'm down here with just the stairs between our fears and walls we can't live inside. Don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Don't let me hide, don't let me hide, don't let me hide. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't let me hide. Don't let me hide. Don't let me hide. There we go. Thank you. Don't let me hide. Thank you. I wrote this next song with a buddy of mine. I wrote it about a guy that was like an ex-drunk, and I couldn't stand him anymore when he quit drinking. You know what I mean? And it's like, of all the songs I've ever written in my life, this one is the more when my buddies come up to me and say, "The song's about me, isn't it?" No other song that I write, nobody says that. I don't know what that says about me. You were there, Nate. You know what happens up in those mountains. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. And I have another story that I'll tell at the end of the song. It's called I Liked You Better When You Hated Yourself. And it always got a good laugh until people got more sensitive as time goes on. But I still play it. So. It was meant to be like a John Prine kind of thing. We used to drink our Bacardi behind the old school and picture about dreams that would never come true. You heard a calling that I hadn't felt. I liked you better when you hated yourself. Now you spend lots of time at that natural food place, buying fresh blocks of tofu just like Mom used to make. You kicked your bad habits, you're in perfect health. But I liked you better when you hated yourself. Change you came a-blowing like we'd never met. You're in a child and you play games that I just don't get. Somewhere it's written that this too shall pass. But lately you just been a pain in the ass. Ask me if I care, I guess I still do. Friends don't come easy, even assholes like you. That line got us kicked out of Hershey Park for 15 years. We were playing there, and we weren't thinking, and we were playing the song, and we played it in 1,000 bars. And we put that line in there, and the little kids started crying. So, took a decade and a half to let us back in. That shrink of yours, she can go straight to hell. I liked you better when you hated yourself. Lots of stories about this song. We used to write songs. The band had a house, and it was a half double. And the other side of the half double was these two wonderful folks. Their name was Ruth and Buzz, and I can always remember their names because of Ruth Buzzy, you know. So it was like Ruth and Buzz was a great dude. But he could hear us working on like a lot of the songs that would have become the River Songs record, which is the album this album's on. I mean, this song's on. And he was all down with this song till like we put this yodeling part in it. That's what's coming up next. He's like, why did you put that yodeling in there? So he'd like critique our songs that we're working through the wall. He'd knock on the wall if he didn't like something. Yodeling, yodeling, yodeling. They didn't let me yodel on the record. Now you know why. All right, last story. One more. Last verse. I have a great uncle. Had a great uncle, and he was a little bit of a criminal, and he spent a lot of time in Stillwater Prison in Minnesota, which was like in the movie Fargo, and you know it's like in the Midwest. And he got put in prison for armed robbery. He went and he held up a liquor store with a squirt gun, and he would have gotten away with it too. But he went outside and sat on the cases of booze on the curb, and they came by and picked him up. So he got armed robbery with a squirt gun. Anyhow, so he ends up in prison, and his cellmate goes to prison, is in prison with him, gets out, and writes a book. And this was lore. I remember this when I'm like a little tiny kid, I remember. But he gets out of, and my grandmother had kind of reiterated this story over the course of my life, you know, and kind of told me, but I remember this from when I was little, where they're watching TV, and he's like just laughing watching the Merv Griffin show. And it turns out that the guy in the Merv Griffin show is his cellmate. Had written this book. He'd written this book, and the name of the book was Riot. Was the name of the book, and it turned out like Riot turned into the movie The Riot with like Jim Brown and Gene Hackman, and all from my great uncle's cellmate, and he just was. I remember him just watching this show and laughing because his cellmate was drunk. You know, he was loaded on the Merv Griffin show, and I, as a 5-year-old, I said to myself, one day I'm going to be a songwriter and I'm going to write a song about that. That's good stuff. I'm going to write that down now. I can't write right now, but I'm going to scribble something down so I can use this later in my life. And I did. But I had to change Merv Griffin because nothing rhymes with Griffin except stiffen, and I didn't want to go there. Okay. All right, so here you go. Now you know. Last time I saw you, you were on Donahue, discussing your book and everything you've been through. You got your glamour, your fame, and your wealth. But I still liked you better when you hated yourself. I still liked you better when you hated yourself. I still liked you better when you hated yourself. There we go. I liked you better when you hated yourself. Thank you. Everything you never wanted to know about that song. What? What was the question? Why did we? Because we're idiots. Because we thought it would be funny. Yeah, we thought it would be funny live, and it was. It is. You know, it's the hit. You know, it's a hit of the yodel is big news. Live, but not to Buzz. Buzz didn't care about that. All right, here we go. Just tuning on this thing. night I dreamt of flying over hillsides in the snow. Drove down through the clouds to the valley there below. The fields turned into parking lots, my freedom turned to grass. The ground rose up to greet me, and I jumped up out of bed. Well, you can fly, 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 or to anywhere you choose. You can try, 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 but eventually you lose. It seems there's always something trying to bring a good man down. I have no fear of falling, but I hate it in the ground. Searching through my soul, trying to find some extra change. Thought that I knew everything till everything changed. Said it on an island and then slid into the sea. All that I can do is just enjoy the scenery. You can fly, 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 or to anywhere you choose. You can try, 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 but eventually you lose. And it's sweet soul music just before he drowns. I have no fear of falling, but I hate it in the ground. I have no fear of falling, but I hate it in the ground. You and I have politics as lines that we don't cross. We live happily ever after inside this little box. You just can't take a line and throw it into a cage and expect him to be thankful for the shelter that you give. Well, you can fly, 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 or to anywhere you choose. You can try, 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 but eventually you lose. The more you try to cling to me, the less I'll stick around. I have no fear of falling, but I hate it in the ground. I have no fear of falling, but I hate it in the ground. I have no fear of falling, but I hate it in the ground. Oh, and the more you try to cling to me, the less I'll stick around. Oh, you can fly. Yeah, now you can fly. You can fly. Oh, you can fly. Ja, fear falling. That flew by for me. That's 8:20. Wow. I got a couple more. cover. I'll play one new one. This is a brand new song. This is actually, I got the idea for this song from the movie Chocolat. Anybody ever heard of that movie before? Like that one? Like she's like this gypsy woman and she tries to settle down, but then this wind comes through and it's the ghost of her mother or whatever, and she has to keep moving. So I thought about, there's like Free Bird and there's all these songs about restless men. I thought I'd write a song about a restless woman. So it's called Restless Wind. Here we go. Let me just make sure I remember how to play this first. Hang on. There it is. Okay. I wake up with the sun, knowing that she's the one. As I lay sleeping, I know that you're still around. I know that it's cold outside. I know that there's nothing that I can say or do. Damn you, restless wind, taking my love away, my love away. Damn you, restless wind, why don't you blow somewhere else today? I know that I was a fool to think I'd seen the last of you. I've settled in, but I still hear that wind in my dream. When everything is said and done, you run all over everyone and leave the sea. Damn you, restless wind, taking my love away, my love away. Damn you, restless wind, why don't you blow somewhere else today? Somewhere else. So hard to put away, as simple as it seems. It only hurts me when I dream, when I dream. It's cold outside. I know that there's nothing that I can say or do. Damn you, restless wind, taking my love away, my love away. Damn you, restless wind, why don't you blow somewhere else? Damn you, restless wind, taking my love away, my love away. Damn you, restless wind, why don't you blow somewhere else today? Somewhere else today. Somewhere else today. Restless Wind, brand new, hot off the presses. All right, I'm going to play one more song. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Kind of inclement weather out there. I appreciate everybody coming out and listening and playing a lot of my own stuff. I'm sure you don't know a lot of these songs, but some of them, but maybe not all. And I appreciate that. I appreciate Oren for putting this on and the exchange here. It's a great little spot. BJ did a great job on this sound. Please give it up for BJ. But I didn't ask for one thing the whole show, which is, right out of the gate. So that's great. All right, this song's a little farewell song. Ain't it funny when you're so sure of something beyond the shadow of a doubt? But you are my list of things that I never figured out. And I sang songs and I told you secrets like I've never done before. They are my list of things I don't talk about anymore. Okay, I agree. You got a piece of me. I can't help but feeling that there's something here that's been left unresolved. One of these days when I stop running and look back on everywhere I've been, you are my list of things that I'd like to see again. That I'd like to see again. There you go. Thanks, folks. Have a good night. Appreciate it. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There ain't nowhere that you can run to. There ain't nowhere that you can go. There we go. Thank you. This is a song called Drive Back Home.